Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to MATCHFIT Entertainment's official coverage of Rainlight Racing's LMU series. It is season 9 for the boys over at Rainlight Racing, and here we are in the LMU series for the first time, stepping away from the ACC stuff. Proudly brought to you by the good people at SIMBLACKS and, of course, MATCHFIT Entertainment. That's us. We're here. That is me, Davo, and J-Man right by my side. How are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, great, Davo. Welcome, viewers. Good to be here. As you mentioned, LMU.
LMU, and here we are. Yeah. We're at, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I'm going to call...
Algarve or Portimao.
It is Portimao. It is Portugal. Yep.
So we are in Portugal.
Yes.
All 4.6 kilometres of absolute stunning racetrack. Massive amounts of elevation. A little bit of everything in this circuit that was, I guess, broke ground and got into it around 2008, this track in real life. So cool bit of racetrack. Lots of, like I mentioned, elevation. Very fast-flowing circuit. However, some tricky spots, turn 5, one to mention.
Absolutely.
And also turn 10, 11, namingly Portimao is the name of the corner up there. Obviously down the dip through the hill, turn 9, that's another cool corner. Flat check these guys and girls out there though, down through Craig Jones, which is turn 9. So this is going to be a fantastic night tonight racing here, Davo. And the format will consist of, we're about to see a qualifying session come up, and that will consist of 15 minutes all in. And we will just about see them go rolling out once the stewards give the green light on that. And that'll be backed up tonight by, once again, a 60-minute race. And this is, I guess you could call it a mandatory CPU, because by way of fuel and virtual energy, they will not make the distance, especially not on a high-speed circuit like this, and in the throttle, plenty of the lap. So,
yeah, definitely with this.
The guys and girls can come in and take a fueled pit stop to keep that
EV
and
that
fuel,
EV, yes,
up on
VE,
par,
because,
they don't want to get the 100-second penalty for running out of virtual energy, or not finishing the race through by way of running out of fuel. So track cuts limited to 4 tonight, and obviously you will at times maybe pick up when Davo, our good director, picks up some of the cam shots that you could see some unexpected passing out of certain corners, and that might be by way of the drivers having to lift. There's an onboard penalty system, so if they take a track cut, I believe they get some form of indication that shows them to lift for X amount of the time to get out of the throttle to try and negate that penalty. And you'll see them doing that. So I think last week, Davo, we may have actually seen that, where there was sort of impromptu passes, and you're like, what's going on there? Well, that would have been by way of self-adjudication there by a driver rolling out of the throttle to negate a penalty. However, it's a lot of talking considering we're just getting into the qualifying session. So Davo, looking for 144s. We saw Maddie drop down in there, the only driver to drop into the 44s, and quite convincingly too, mate. So look for Maddie to try and back that performance up, and I believe maybe her first night of racing. I don't believe we saw Maddie at round 1 or the shakedown, so good luck to Maddie and the rest of the drivers out there.
Oh, absolutely. Always good to see Maddie on a track, as always. Definitely quick, and one of the only female drivers we see on the track. Was only a handful of guys, so guys and girls.
Out there tonight, Lily Glass out there as well, so well represented.
Oh yes, Lily, as always. So yeah, like I said, there's only a handful of these girls that really take it to the boys, and obviously Maddie, one of those. Look, there's a couple of people we've got to mention. We've got to look, the sponsors. We've got SIMBLACKS, ladies and gentlemen, back on board with the Rainlight guys here, giving away some awesome stuff. What are they giving away? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we don't know. Nobody knows. we're not privy to it. Well, we don't know, and you guys don't know. Obviously, the Rainlight boys knows what's going on in the background, and of course, MatchFit Entertainment. We've got to thank Crossy 43 for bringing all this goodness to us here with the Rainlight crew and Guerrilla Racing. There's a couple of guys out there that we're going to throw a few names around, but yeah, all stuff. These guys putting on a great show again here and choosing to go with a little bit left field with the LMU platform, J-Man, and we're loving it. It was a great race last week. We had some ticking issues ourselves, but racing was freaking awesome as we watched the guys just sort of getting their head around, guys and girls, getting their head around the whole VE concept as we now watch them through qualifying here. About, what did you say, 15 minutes qualifying? We're getting down towards the 10-minute mark already. Not long for these guys to get their proverbial shit together, J-Man.
Yeah, and a good time already there by Matty Clark. There, 44.8. I didn't see him going to the 44s.
Oh, nice,
practice, but he done it now. And Matty to the top on a 44.7. So
excellent.
Look, Matty was as good as a 44.1, I believe, in official practice. So we'll see if she's got a bit more than that. And I believe Gunther Rowe and maybe McConnell as well were 45.0s in official practice. So maybe expect to see them into the high 44s as well. Obviously, the car's probably stripped with a bit of fuel. Tyre pressure's a little bit more the way of just getting them up, cycling really, really quickly. As I just watched, sorry, who was that? So that was Gunther Rowe, 45.4. So just watching the tyres roll in as we speak. I think Carl Hamilton's the only driver at the moment that actually is in pit lane without a time. However, we do have times all the way down to P18, which is Wally Baker. Well represented in the field tonight once again. Rainlight Racing certainly
definitely. Yeah, what have we got? 19 on track there, J-Man?
Yeah, we have got 19 out there. So and well represented through the field too, as we mentioned. A couple of girls in there, and some familiar names. So look to see.
Look, there's definitely some familiar. A couple of years now. But not only here at Rainlight, like we see, quite often see these names around the traps here and there. That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. You know, just that Oz NZ community, very, very strong, and Rainlight again attracting a whole bunch of those guys and girls. The likes of Fotado, Crossland, of course, Emmy Bateman, Merlin, Adrian Kramer, Nick Firth, and Wally Baker, I think you mentioned earlier as well, Jamie. So, look, there's just so many familiar faces out here. And look, we have been, I suppose, we're a bit of a fanboy for a few of these guys, aren't we, or girls? I think.
Yep. Yep, for sure, definitely. Good to see Maddie drop into the 44.2, so she's very, very close to the time that she ran in official practice, and good to see Maddie Clark's trying to go with her as well. So 44.6.
Nice.
Looking like track grip here, week on week. So compared to last week, this track looks a lot slicker.
It does.
Be interested to have a talk to a couple of the drivers tonight, just to see what that surface is like, because look, they look like they've got a lot of confidence, and then all of a sudden these things just snap, and it's across the board too. I saw it out of Fotodo's Aston. I've already seen it out of Maddie Clark's car. So the Aston's a little bit slippery, but also
look, obviously the Mustangs as well. We see Gunther Rowe sliding around there. Bewley as well, J-Man. 2 p.m. qualifying. Weather forecast is ambient 18 to 22. And a low chance of rain. But yeah, look, definitely struggling with a little bit of grip here. In qualifying already, a little over 7 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. And the sparks are flying as we just see Bewley attacking.
Yeah, it looks like someone stepped out the way too. Might have been Ichikawa.
It's Glass tucked in behind.
Yep.
And I think that might be one of the tucked in behind. It's not followed up.
Good to see Joseph.
Ferrari love from Sam Wozniak. And up through that little flip-flop there. Very awkward little section of circuit. And then down the hill here. Considerable elevation changes here at Portugal.
Oh, they're looking skyward, honestly, mate.
Oh,
they
yeah.
come out of turn 8, which is Samsung, and they head down towards Craig Jones, turn 9, the left-hand kink down the bottom of the hill. They are looking skyward when they, after they make the apex there. It's a really fascinating piece of racetrack. 5.5 minutes. Matty Clark back to the pits. Is that for another set of tyres?
Quite possibly. Bewley on fire. Pushing the Mustang.
45.0.
Clark. That was Clark, actually, I could see in the background in one of the Astons. It might have been Nick Firth in the other one there, but Clark back out of the pit lane. J-Man ready to go again. Gunther Rowan, one of the BMWs. This guy set to their car choice. Up until they are going to get a DLC drop, I think, in the next few weeks. So these guys these guys are locked into their car choices as we stand at the moment, pre that content drop, and I think a couple of new cars coming. So look, if they're up, if they want to make a choice and choose a different car.
Yeah, so entitlement to either pick the Lexus or the Lambo when that drops. No other manufacturers, though, they could only swap out for.
Yep.
So that'll be interesting. And I'd sort of already heard word that, one or two people looking at the Lexus already, so that's pretty cool.
Very nice. Cameras on, Steve Cross on there, trying to get some grip in those tyres there. You can see him really wriggling the McLaren around, trying to get a bit of grip in that tyre. Looking for something, Jamie. Something.
Yeah, look, I talked to Crossy post-race last week, so obviously later last week. Oh, big slide once again. That's that unweighted car. Turns 10-11 up at Portimao.
Up the top of the hill.
Yep. That's really tricky. The car becomes unweighted right at the tip of the hill there. But look, he was confident coming in here. He thought that the flowy nature, the high-speed nature of Algarve may have suited the McLaren, and he was pretty upbeat. And I like the positivity I heard from Crossy, actually. So, look, he's P11 at the moment. What we know is Crossy often races forward. So this will be a tough field, though, so you want to make good inside the next 2 3/4 minutes here.
Oh, for sure. Here's he runs across the line there, J-Man, and I don't think that was his flying lap. So I think that just hence...
It chucks it into one.
Yeah, the tyre warming in the previous lap that we were just watching. Normally, Crossy would be running a SIMBLACKS liveried car. Liveries yet to be introduced into the game. I think that might be coming in the next DLC drop as well.
How deep is he down here into 5, Davo? Oh, he gets it in nice and tight, nice and early. So get on the gas pretty hard. We come up the hill here, up through the kink, 6 here, flat chat. Be pretty fast through turn 7 here. And then hard on the brakes for what is turn 8 Samsung. And this is where he looks skyward.
Literally.
Get hard on the gas. And then drop down through Craig Jones. This flat chat. Wait for the brake after turn 9. Up to 10 here. Try and get the car clipped across the curb. tip it in. Once again, big elevation change as they drop down the hill head, down through 12, up to 13, and then 14's an interesting corner, Dave. I've been watching this all night in official practice, and this often
Tricky.
sets up how the run's going to be through this turn 15, and listening to the drivers and whether or not that they can run through this last corner flat chatter. Watch the throttle trace. He's flat now.
Yeah.
Little lift, well off the gas.
Yeah, little awkward camber running through those apexes there, J-Man. So.
Yeah, so he took a big lift at the entry, and then he was flat chat all the way out of there.
There we go, cross the line. Steve Crossland.
Look, he didn't improve, so still P11, best time of a 1:45.8.
Still working on that. Craig McConnell, look, we are winding down here actually. Only 30 odd seconds to go here, ladies and gentlemen, before the end of qualifying.
Hey there, Warren, good to see you tuning in. What's going on? 49.6. Need to look for a little bit more speed to try and catch Lily. Go to battle with her again tonight. That'll be a good little battle at 48 bracket. So Matty Clark giving it away now. Also Davo, Nathan Bewley still pressing on. And he's in the hunt, 44.6, plays a 44.5, so he's still got opportunity to put this car on the front row. Just has, I'm not sure who that was, it just pulled out the way. I didn't quite see who pulled out the way there.
Cameras on Nick Firth as we speak. This will be the final lap for Nick Firth.
Yeah, timer's zeroed out. What's he got? Best time of 45.880. Can he pip Crossy here? 45.813, perilously close. But not quite.
Not good enough.
Bewley's still on a lap.
So, provisional times. Matty Clark. Oh, should I say Matty and then Matthew Clark, first and second respectively. Nathan Bewley in third, but still on track. So watch that space.
Okay, Bewley out of it. He's pulled out of it. Evening, Isaac.
Craig McConnell in fourth. Hemi Bateman in fifth. Sixth Gunther Road. George Goddard in seventh. Zane Potato in eighth. Ninth is Isaac Ichikawi. And 10th, Chris Croat, J-Man.
Yeah, so that rounds out the 10, and then obviously Crossy, Nick Firth, we saw that was incredibly close between those two there time-wise. And then Joseph Marnie gets the Porsche up to P13. Merlin, Sam Wozniak, Adrian Kramer, Lily Glass, Wally Baker, and Carl Hamilton round out the 19-car field. Mate, this is going to be great. I can't help but feel like, the run down to turn 1, turn 2, lap 1 is going to be pretty tense.
You think so? I can just about guarantee it, Joe, man.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. I'm not sure whether we've called this. Have we called Portimao before, J-Man? I don't think so.
No, I don't believe we've called it, but I've certainly driven it,
yes,
Davo,
definitely.
on a couple of platforms. I think the last time I drove it was actually, might have been a couple of weeks ago on iRacing, and it was very, very cool track. I think this one's going to be good. We'll try and get a head around proximity of where they are or they aren't on track. And look, I do have a nice little placement of map with corner names and numbers, which is going to help me out tonight, Davo. So as we just let the guys and girls settle in, lock in the race setups, as we mentioned, top end of the broadcast, this will be a 60-minute race. And pit stops, I guess, will be mandated by way of virtual energy and fuel. So look to see, once again, a lot of cars operating somewhere around that 30 odd to 35 minute window. We did see some early stoppers last week. I think namely Crossy went early. And then some others ran a little bit longer. So we just hear the stewards calling the cars to the grid now. So just under 2 minutes before these things will start cycling up. Like a relatively short formation, Davo. Once again, Maddie from the top, and then Matthew Clark wasn't that far behind her, so interesting to see race pace wise whether Maddie reflects that super hot qualifying pace transforms into a race run. Can she get a head around this energy?
Okay, good chance, I suppose, to mention once again, SIMBLACKS back on board with the Rainlight Racing boys and girls here with a mystery giveaway. This series, the LMU series, season 9 for Rainlight Racing. Obviously, MATCHFIT Entertainment back again, broadcasting it to you live. But like J-Man mentioned, a little short, little gap here as they set the cars on track in readiness. Let's look, we will throw the points up here, guys, as we wait just to fill in some time. But obviously after only one round, if you finish first, you're first. And if you finish second, you're second. And if you finish third, you're third. You can see it there, right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's where the boys and girls are at the moment. We can add that stuff up, that's exactly right. Even we can add that stuff up. As we see the field rounding. We're pretty much doing a short formation lap here, ladies and gentlemen. You've joined us here again at MATCHFIT Entertainment for Rainlight Racing Season 9 LMU Series. We're about to go green. Thank you, SIMBLACKS. Thank you, MATCHFIT Entertainment. Matty on the front, Matthew Clark, Nathan Bewley, Craig McConnell, Hemi Bateman, Gunther Rowe, George Goddard, Shane Faraday, Isaac Itikawa, Chris Croat, and we are off for race round 2 here and down to 1, like you said, hey man. Oh, and it's on immediately. Who is that? That is Clark. No, that is
Maddie on her own, rotates the car down through turn 1, turn 2.
Pretty well goes to the back of the pack.
Gives Nathan Bewley an opportunity here, close by Matthew Clark. Now this is 1 and 2 in the championship.
So it's on immediately. A little bit of a slip up there for Matty. And again, we see it down in here at 5. I think it is there. Nathan and Matthew making mistakes. Gunther tucked in behind. Craig McConnell looking to capitalise if there is any mistakes in front of him. Hemi Bateman, Shane Faraday. I think that's Ichikawa round.
Hemi Bateman around as well.
So chaos in the background there. Gifted, Faraday, Crossland, George Goddard, Chris Croat, Merlin, and Bateman, I think, positions, J-Man.
Great stuff there. For good start for Bewley and Clark. Rowe also, Craig McConnell. Shane Faraday, he's made some good gains early. Also Crossland out of P11 already running to P6, so great start for Crossy. He said he often races forward.
Yeah.
A lot better than
his qualifying, yes, definitely. So out the front though, lap 1, across the line, Bewley, Clark, Rowe, McConnell, Shane Fonato, Steve Crossland in 6, Goddard, Crone, Merlin and Bateman rounding out the top 10 after lap 1. Look at the cars moving around into 2, J-Man. Wow. Again, struggling with grip.
Firthy with the run deep at turn 1, and that allowed Matty Ichikawa and it looked to be Joseph Marnie. A little bit of contact between the two there.
Horse getting muscle there.
And then
and lots of blaze. Wozniak in there.
So she's all going off. Everyone's beaten up on Firthy there.
So totally. I just need a flash of the headlights of Wozniak there out of the Ferrari, just going, hey, I'm here. I'm just here.
Yeah.
And Ichikawa in the Porsche, traditionally in the Porsche. That's Marnie actually in the Porsche. So lucky to get through that. Headlights ablaze for Marnie, just going, get out of my way.
Yeah, up to the front there, Davo. Matty Clark. So Matty Clark really
look at this.
puts some heat on Nathan Bewley now.
And look at Gunther.
Here.
Look how close Gunther is.
Yeah, he's right there. These guys just had around about a half a second on Gunther and Quali, so it'll be interesting to see what the race pace is like and who decides to save more energy earlier on, rolling off the throttle into the corners to make these things just go the extra distance. We're still struggling to get our head around it.
We are. And I don't think these guys are letting off at all at the moment, J-Man. Look at that group of cars. Bewley, Clark, Rogue, McConnell, Fonato, Crossland, Crote, Goddard, Bateman, and Merlin. We know who Merlin is. Don't try and hide from me, Lee Perkins. I know where you are.
Yeah, and look, I tell you what, Maddie has caught the back of Ichikawa, Merlin, Bateman, Goddard and co. And if she can size these guys up, or whether she looks maybe to get this thing into an energy and fuel window and try and undercut them through the pits. We did see it work pretty effective last week.
We did.
But there's a good 5 cars there that she's got an opportunity to try and leapfrog. And there will be the first 2. And that will be Hemi Bateman. And there was
Marnie, I think it was.
That. Yeah, Joseph Marnie in the Porsche. So looking to do a redress, and I think
it might have been Wozniak. It might have been Wozniak as well, just taken up in that too, because he's gone backwards a little bit there as well. So
he's still with Nick Firth. No, it was Sam Wozniak, I believe, mate. Sorry, not Joseph Marnie was in there. She's got him as well. So so that was
all going on mid pack,
and it's Matty Clark attacking Nathan Bewley still. There's nothing between these two. Mustang looking just a little bit better out of the final turn, Davo. Looked like he had a bit of a...
It's marginal.
It is marginal.
Marginal, I tell you.
So we're not even 5 minutes into this thing.
And it's on. It's just an hour-long race. These guys will not bring these cars home without a stop. So there is a certain amount of strategy involved.
Hunter Rowe hanging on to these 2 boys up the front, so the top 3.
Oh yeah, McConnell there as well.
You could argue the top 4, and then a bit of an ear gap back to Shane Fonato, staying out of trouble. He would have opened the radiators up this week, I'm sure. Shane succumbing to an engine failure last week by way of closing off the oil cooler ducting in that Aston Martin. So
too soon.
Yeah,
maybe
could be. Yeah. He can't hear me, so
that's okay.
Crossland, as mentioned, started P11, racing up to P6, and he's got Shane Fonato in the sights. Maddie now on the back of Merlin the Magician, aka Perko. Unfortunate for Ollie Baker. Oh, big move coming here. This is Maddie looking for an outside move here. She's on the wrong side of the track. And Merlin squeezes her to the outside.
Oh,
she
that's
goes big on
Merlin,
the
Matt.
brakes. Yep.
And who is in the BMW there? That is Ichikawa there. Just staying out of that, or is he?
No, he's right in there.
So Matt just getting hung out to dry there a little.
Does look good here.
Oh, look at the pace around the final corner there, and just look at him there. That is Marnie and Nick Firth, Wozniak, all in the background there. And here we go.
It's
big.
Down the inside. Maddie through as well.
Ah, Merlin getting hung out to dry. Marnie in the Porsche just going, I'll take a bit of that.
Yes, Nick Firth, Joseph Marnie. They got the box seat for that visual. It's a good little pack there.
We'll get out of the front of Nick Firth's car here. Down in the left-hand, look at that group of cars. Typical mid-pack racing here. On fire, J-Man.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's Merlin. Very wide and through the double apex there at the bottom of the hill there.
Marnie shows the nose up the
inside.
inside.
Oh, well, look. Merlin was so wide. Marnie just, what? You just had to be there. And look at the crisscross. Looking for a gap.
And who's that? Is that Nick Firth? Nick Firth.
That is Firth. That is Firth tucked in behind there. Nick Firth.
Oh, Marnie with a little bit of contact. Going to give Firth an opportunity. And Firth opens the steering up on the exit too to shut the door for Joseph Marnie on the way out.
Oh, the slightest of mistakes, J-Man. Now,
13.
Well, now he's got Wozniak to contend with in one of the solo Ferraris there. So solo Porsche, solo Ferrari here. No setup settings and sharing here for those two boys. They're on their own.
Yeah.
Wozniak ducking and weaving, flashing the headlight, showing his disgust. Plenty going on in front of him here. This mid-pack battle. Maddie's got away. Ichikawa's got away as well, J-Man, from that little group there. It's been elbows out. Elbows out racing.
Chris Croak.
Yep. Yeah, look, Chris will be watching the deal, I'm sure. Just thinking, I've got to hit my marks here. These guys are coming. Ichikawa, Maddie. Here they come. Here they come. It's all happening. That double right down the bottom of the hill there. Or at the top of the hill, should I say?
Yeah, up turn 11.
Yep.
Put him out. Yep. Oh, Maddie.
Look at the elevation changes. Great camera shots there
13.
from the drones.
Right now, it's all about, we'll just watch the throttle traces here. Be a big lift. Oh, just a little lift from Maddie. She just literally rolled off. Probably a little bit twice, but Ichikawa looked like the front of the BMW a little bit more receptive to that final turn. Top speed's around 264k an hour as they tip it into turn 1. Maddie very good through turn 1, closes the gap. Got nowhere to go. Ichikawa doing a good job just blocking the line, but she's working him over.
Yeah, look at what's going on in the background there. We can just see it back a shot there every now and then. We will get back to that. Merlin and Firth, and look how close that is.
He's a big look down on turn 5 here.
Oh, nowhere to go. Covered by Merlin. Got to get back up the 40, well, not the 40 end, the 40 end of this little exchange here. Ichikawa and Matt Merlin and Firth again, and Merlin with a big grab of the steering there, J-Man.
Was there a little bit of contact?
Oh, I think there might have been.
Also,
Firthy just getting out of that, not taking advantage, so I expect so. But look, Marnie and Bateman still tucked in behind.
oh, Bateman perilously close to the back of that Porsche. That's the business end for that Porsche. So, look, they're staying in touch with Firth and Merlin. Oh, inside line here for Hemi Bateman. Makes actually Marnie a little bit shallow.
He did. He forced the awkward line there, didn't he? Nice work from these boys. Let's get up the front a little bit. Oh, look, and Merlin and Firth, J-Man, at it as well. Hard to know where to watch here. Oh, look at Matty on Ishikawa. It's not going away anytime soon. We've seen a bloody stage here from
Firth and
Merlin. Nice work from Firth there.
In the interim too, McConnell has dispatched Gunther Rowe as well. So
okay.
McConnell up into third. So just missed that while that was going on, and he's made margin too.
Yeah, so much going on in the mid-pack, J-Man. It's hard to take your eyes off it, to be honest. Oh, Matty. Ichikawa. It's not over. Firth now stretching the legs on Merlin. Vulnerable to Marnie and Bateman. They're coming. Oh, Bateman deep in the Corvette.
Yeah, Wozniak's in there too as well, so he's just got a little air gap there so he can pick his own line.
I think there's only one Corvette as well, J-Man, to be honest. Just looking at the numbers there. So, yeah. So these guys flying solo, really, when it comes to setups. There's definitely no sharing for these boys. So we just watch Firth across the line. Bam! In the Aston Martin. Merlin. Oh, he's fixated on the mirrors. Because who's behind? Joseph Marnie. Daniel Bateman. Oh, he'll be stressing. Look at this. Let's get out of the back of Merlin's car.
Yep.
It's where the fight is. Oh, look at the boys behind Marnie.
Yeah.
And
sorry,
Bateman.
Prince, we can see the stutters. I'm not sure. It's potentially YouTube doing its thing. We'll try and see what we can do.
Oh, okay. I don't think there's much we can do, but we'll carry on. We have at least another 40 plus minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. Cameras on Chris Croat at the moment. 7th provisional, tucked in behind Steve Crossland, who is actually chasing down Shane Fronato, J-Man. Yes, that is Shane Fronato. Shane Frodo and Steve Crossan and Chris Croat all gifted positions, I think, there in lap 1, J-Man, after a little bit of a mishap between a few of the others.
Yeah. Sorry, mate. I was just trying to see if that stream could...
No, the stream's sketchy. Stream's sketchy.
She's pretty at it,
yeah, no, she's a bit sketchy. YouTube doing YouTube things. But, yeah, coming good now. Eyes on Frodo. So, yeah, like I was mentioning, Frodo, Crossan and Croat all taking advantage of some mishaps earlier in the race. Matty T recovering actually from a little bit of a mishap earlier on.
Yes, now where did... Okay, so Ichikawa, has he taken a stop? Let me just see what's happening here.
Matty again struggling. That right hander. Where's the battle, J-Man? Back here. It's back here with Barney and Bateman.
Yeah, so Ichikawa did make a stop for fuel. So that is the way it is, Davo. So he opted to get out of that battle. He was pretty much in a battle there with Maddie, and then just watching Maddie now, Davo. She's still trying to cut that margin back to Chris Crow. Maddie's best lap was a 45.7. Croaks is a 6.6. So about 9/10 of a second difference between the optimal speed in those two cars. So we'll be able to work our way forward a little bit more.
Absolutely.
Just try and see what she just ran there. She just ran a 46.8, and this was a 47.1. So a little bit of margin just to the favour of Maddie, so around about 3/10 better off that lap. So she's making good inroads into there. You could argue that Nathan Bewley is just holding that nice 1 to 1.2 second gap at the moment over, Bewley over Clark. McConnell is about 5 odd seconds back from there, and then Gunther Rowe quite a big margin back. So whether that's just them working out that they can go for it at this phase of the race and then maybe roll out of it a little bit later on. I don't know where you roll out on this track. It's such a high total percentage. Really it is. And you know,
too true.
60 minutes, these guys and girls are treating this thing like an absolute sprint. So what else can we see? We know that Shane Frodo, you mentioned, he's caught to the back of Gunther Rowe, and he's taken Steve Crossan with him. And Steve Crossan driving that McLaren. Relatively straight too.
Yeah, so just getting out of the back of Shane Frodo's car now. Looking at Steve Crossan, chasing him down. Working hard.
38.5 minutes to go. I just wonder whether it's worth us just making a quick techie break. Hang on a sec. And just seeing if we can tidy up the stream. And come back in, say, 3 minutes.
Let's have a look. back and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I find it, we're just tweaking the knobs in the background.
Well, I tell you what, mate, we went away for, not more than a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and Matthew Clark is all over the back of Nathan Bewley now.
All of a sudden, yes.
We're just quickly all over it, and then also, I think we saw, who was it? Joseph Marnie is right on the back of Merlin as well, so
plenty going on, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Hemi Bateman currently in the pits, so he's just
Bateman. Oh, so one of the first pit stops I think we've seen.
Ichikawa was the first.
With only, what do we got? A little over halfway. So.
Little over. Are we? Yeah, we're a little under halfway.
A little under halfway. So yep. Craig McConnell, provisional third. Gunther Rowe, provisional fourth. Shane Frontado tucked in behind him there in the Aston Martin. Steve Crossland, actually not too far. And I think when we cut to our little bloody technical break there, Crossy was tucked right up behind Shane Frontado, so that stressed a little.
It was.
Matty on the chase, and I think recovering really after a lap one. Unforced error, and you can see that car again, that Mustang getting very sideways, so clearly pushing hard. Chris Crote, provisional 8th, Firth 9th, 10th is Merlin, and Merlin in the wall, J-Man.
Oh no,
that Mustang.
Taking the rear wing off the thing as well.
It's a street version now, and that thing will not be nice to drive. He will want to be getting that, get that thing back in the pit lane pretty sharply.
No, wing on it. He won't be aware, he will be now. I'll say he won't be aware that the wing's not on it, but as he tipped up through there.
Oh, tough gig.
Big tough gig. So that's Ichikawa that's gone sailing through, and he's already made his pit stop, so that'll really give Merlin an idea about how bad this situation has just got. Oh, and it goes again. He needs to just nurse this thing.
Oh, no.
Easy does it. Maybe like 100k an hour.
Just get off a little bit. This is what it should look like as we flick to Craig McConnell here in the 77 car. And look, making it happen in third place, and just really driving a good clean race here, staying out of trouble. It's in clean air. Bewley and Clark up the front, Rowe and Frontado in the background. So
that's a good battle.
These guys aren't that far in front. One corner away from Craig McConnell, and one corner back is the Gunther Rowe Shane Frontado battle. So still plenty going on up the top, but Craig McConnell in a little bit of clean air there, and would be just, oh geez, you just want to stay focused, wouldn't he? All of these drivers will have to pit. Tyres or fuel or VE will not last. So all these guys looking for a pit stop throughout this race somewhere.
Good battle up the top here. Matthew Clark, Nathan Bewley, and I tell you what, Clark's starting to come on strong here. Car does look good. Really challenged him a couple of times this lap. So, tip it into turn 15.
So out of the
solid.
Off the front splitter of Matthew Clark's car. Chasing down the back of that Bewley Mustang. Dead into one here.
Gunther Rowe under attack now too from Shane Frontado. Shane is close.
And who's right behind Shane?
Crossland into the pits, mate. He just peeled off.
Okay. Maybe a strategic move there.
Fotterdo. Hungry. Coming to terms with LMU. Oh, real big run wide there. Do we see a voluntary lift there? Does that just go down as one of the cuts? One of the 4?
Oh, is that just like, holy shit, I've got to get out of this?
Yeah.
We'll just stay on board with Shane Fotterdo for a moment there, J-Man.
Yep, don't forget about Matthew Clark there. He's right on Bewley as well. Sort of to and fro there between Gunther Rowe and Shane Fotterdo, so certainly strength and weaknesses in that lap between these two cars. Shane looks really, really good through the first sector, maybe a little bit of second sector. Gunther Rowe seems to prevail at the back end.
As the battle continues on.
Matthew Clark looks to the inside now on Nathan
Oh,
Bewley.
there's contact.
Turn 3.
Only a slight bit of contact. No love lost between these two.
Clark, big run down here to 5.
As the time goes on throughout this race here, J-Man.
Yeah, over halfway now.
And coming up towards a pit stop.
Yeah, cars
very equally paced, aren't they?
Crossland, first of the pit stoppers. We also know Chikar was stopped. I believe Firth, Merlin has stopped also. Bateman stopped.
I don't think Merlin had much choice, to be honest, Jamie.
No, actually, is Merlin's probably still in there, is he? No, he's got back out new wing. Your big budget bill with that one.
Oh yeah. As we carry on, getting this vision here from Clark and Bewley. This is classy stuff. Oh, Clark, loads of opposite line. Really, so does Clark drive a rally car in the off season or what? So he's flowing the Aston round. Gunther Rowe back and forth. Craig McConnell in third. And the Mustang of Craig McConnell just looking solid. Craig actually doing a very solid job. He can see the boys in front of him. If we just we'll see if we can get a bit of onboard out of Craig's car here. You can just see the boys just running out of shot there. So, not that far behind. Oh, we will not stay on that car too long so we don't give him the commentator's curse. Gunther Rowe tucked in behind in the 46. M-Series BMW with same Fotterdo. Tucked in behind. Matty in recovery mode. And one of the other Mustangs. Bit of a Mustang fest.
Yeah, look, has Matty got eyes on these guys yet? Just trying to see out of Matty's vision whether she can see Shane Fotterdo. She's coming out of 4 down to 5.
Oh, yes, just.
Yep. And that's
that's that looked like a blue Mustang in front of Matty there. I don't think
I'm not sure whether that might have been Merlin.
That'll be Merlin out of position, yes, without a doubt. And so maybe Fotterdo not in vision.
Matty can see them. No, Matty can see them. 100% she can.
Working hard for the money there.
Can we spectate Sam Wozniak? We can have a look at Sam if you like. What's happening with Sam Wozniak? Who's he got around him? Sam got a whole lot of fresh air? He has.
He has got a whole lot of fresh air. But looking sharp, I think...
Lots of blaze.
Lights ablaze, of course. Nice work from Wozniak. I think Wozniak and Marnie, both the single Porsche and the single Ferrari in the race, had done a stellar job. Stayed out of trouble. A little bit of contact, I think, from Marnie, with Marnie, from one of the other drivers there earlier. But both really keeping their noses clean and driving a good race. Oh, great drone shots there again of Wozniak's car. Beautiful looking stuff for the LMU platform there, J-Man, as it continues on. Sam Wozniak.
Oh, Matty Clark now once again back on with Bewley. So, once again, Aston versus Mustang. Certainly different strengths and weaknesses throughout the lap. Lots of splitters scraping here. The guys running the cars really low.
There's some sparks in there.
Yep.
And we love LMU for that. Thank you, LMU, for the sparks and the flames. And we will thank you much more when you up the game on the servers. But for now, this is what we've got, and it is fantastic racing so far, J-Man.
Yeah, you're right that car ahead of shot for Maddie is Merlin, that she can see, because she's got some, I think 8 or 10 seconds up the road to Shane.
To Shane Fronado, yes. So plenty going on, ladies and gentlemen.
So Steve Crossland still in a good position here. Steve Crossland is the first of the pit stoppers. To my calculation, we'll just double check on that.
Well, that'll be interesting to see where that shakes out, because I think after lap 1, I think he was in maybe 5th or 6th, was it? Yeah, so
5th, yeah.
Yeah. So
and
interesting.
He's got a heap of fresh air, and he's just out there. What's he doing?
Just hitting his marks. Yep.
No, he looks good. Good position here.
Thanks, Tracy Worcester, for tuning in. Racing's pretty epic. As, oh, look, we just see the leaders again coming very close together. As they run down into this final corner, and look at the pace. Come on. Oh, that's a fantastic corner.
It is a great corner.
No, right. It is. It is.
This is where I think Matthew Clark does his best work here at Sector 1. Just see him ranging up on the inside, just putting a lot of pressure on Bewley. Through there. Have a big look down here to turn 5. You can already see Bewley going to cover this left hand here.
Oh, just like it. Here it is. Oh, and he covers up plenty.
Bewley getting the line off of there.
Clark, nowhere to go. Look at these two going at it. This is cars on track as we speak. This is the battle. Craig McConnell. We will just flick back to Craig because he is not that far behind these guys, about 7 seconds. But with these guys going at it so hard, it won't be long. I think that looks like Ichikawa or maybe Lily Glass just in front of these two boys.
I think it is Ichikawa, mate. It is Ichikawa. So he has pit stopped. He was the first of the pit stoppers. Not first out on the track, that'll be Crossland. So the Mustang just gets the slightly better run off of 15. I think Matty Clark's bloody Aston looks slightly better out of 14, but yeah, maybe that's just purely setting that final turn up, and then you just watch the gap close here through 1-2.
This first sector though, isn't it?
Yep. They catch Ichikawa really, really quickly there.
But yeah, still watch that Aston close that gap, and again already it goes from like 8-10 cars to just only 3 or 4 here and down, as now Bewley has to navigate Clark, should I say Ichikawa's BMW, and we'll just get out of the front of Bewley's car there, coming up on
an opportunity here,
out of position.
Oh, a big opposite lock there from Matthew Clark.
Oh, Clark should be driving WRC, I tell ya.
This is a big one here, 10-11, unweighted. The cars get really light through the transition here. They drop back down the hill.
Very tidy stuff from all of them. Ichikawa out of position, but no slouch, J-Man. Watch this, double apexing into this left-hander up the hill. Drop off.
Can't see any blues waving.
Right. I can't see it either.
He would be a lap down. If I was Bewley, I'd be on the headlights.
No doubt, no doubt. And around that final corner, and it is epic.
There'll be some sign language on the front straight for sure.
Here we go. Is it happening?
Smart play here from Matty Clark just to hang back a little bit.
Just let that work itself out there. Ichikawa
to the inside here.
Ichikawa's playing the. Just remember, Ichikawa is still playing the pit stop game here. So he's trying not to yield on these boys, but being out of position, he sort of needs to, doesn't he, J-Man?
Yep.
Clarky, who's that? Then ranging up on there now, actually, in the red McLaren.
Carl Hamilton. They're just coming past him. Oh, I'll tell you what, that is a really awkward position there.
Clark.
Catch him.
Ichikawa trying to just chase through on that as well, nearly. It's close. Nice work from Carl.
Well, this is for position for Ichikawa. This is for position. However, he has stopped. Hamilton hasn't. Try and get a read on Crossland here. Okay, P10.
Ichikawa working so hard to get past Hamilton there. Hamilton not giving an inch, and rightly so. Definitely racing for position. And Ichikawa having to work the outside. That pass went on for at least 3 or 4 laps there. So, these guys working hard for their money out here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Rainlight Racing's Season 9. It's the LMU Series, brought to you by SIMBLACKS and, of course, MATCHFIT Entertainment. 60-minute race here tonight. No compulsory pit stops, but they will not get through this race without a pit stop. So, look out, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what we're seeing right at the moment. Where are we,
Hemi Bateman on Sam Wozniak. This is for position. And Hemi Bateman tucked right up in there. We know that
headlights ablaze.
Pulls out lane.
Oh! Here we go. Bateman.
Big opposite lock for Bateman.
Headlights ablaze on both those cars. Late in the afternoon, I think it was a 3 o'clock race start here tonight. See these boys going toe to toe.
Good run here from Bateman. If he can get the inside down here.
What's that? Solo Ferrari on track. Solo Corvette on track tonight as well.
Down there, pulled it up too, beautiful.
Oh, look. Wozniak, just like, mate, you've got this. Just let him go.
Oh, you're welcome, Bobby Louise. Hopefully it's a good fit. Enjoy.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that was a close call there.
Oh,
that was
Nick
Firth.
Nick Firth on the back of Wozniak. Oh, thanks for the comments, guys. Thank you, Tracy Worcester and Bobby Louise as well.
Shane Frodo now, Davo. Gunther Rowe. That's a good battle with 15.5 minutes to go. Pit stops will be at the forefront of mind. Some of these drivers, is this when Frodo decides to go? It certainly is the time that one of the cars up in front. Who was that?
I think that might have been Hamilton, J-Man, that we were just talking about. Ichikawa was battling with. So out of well, he was in position, unfitted car. No wonder he was giving Ichikawa so much grief.
Matty in the lane too, mate.
Matty in the lane. There you go.
Yeah, back to Frodo, though. He has really put some heat on Gunther Rowe. Probably one of the closer battles out there in the field right now.
Can Matty make some gains? Look, we knew she was quick in pre-race practice. The boys were talking her pace up, actually pre the stream. But getting tangled up early in the race in recovery mode, is this pit stop enough to get her out? You know, maybe get another position or so back. We will soon find out, ladies and gentlemen. Still 18 cars on track.
Oh, a big moment for Frodo coming out of what would have been, what was that, turn 8? Yeah, it was. They come up now to 10-11. He was struggling here in official practice. Saw him spin the car on his own free will a few times.
I think that's called unforced. I think that's called unforced. Gunther Rowe, Shane Frodo, battles on. Out of the rear window of Gunther Rowe's car. Shane.
These guys here got to consider what they're doing, because I believe Crossland's racing these two guys here. And Crossland has just been punching good laps.
And he's already pitted. These guys yet to pit, J-Man. So, yes. Watch that space. Frodo in. Here we go. It's going to start to shake out soon enough. 13 minutes left to run. We are over 75% through this race. It is starting to wind down, J-Man. Gunther Rowe breathing a sigh of relief, no doubt, after just getting bloody Shane Frodo. Slambo off his back there. Steve Crossland back in top 10. We were just talking about him. Ichikawa in 11th. Bateman in 14th. Wozniak in 15th. Hamilton in 16th. Lily Glass in 17th in the BMW. Merlin, after a shocking hit on the wall, losing the rear wing on that Mustang, getting it all back together. We've got a couple of DNFs in. I think that is... We got DNFs, J-Man. We've got DNFs in Nick, Firth and Bateman. So a couple of dropped off the listing there.
Can we get a word on that?
Let's get a word on that. Let's get one or both. Let's get one of them up here.
Yeah, we'll grab Nick Firth down here.
Why not?
Hopefully he's not too upset to have a bit of a chat.
Is it too soon? Is it too soon? It's too soon, J-Man. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want it.
It could be.
Sorry, push the talk, sorry. All good.
Firstly, what's going on, mate? Like a couple of DNFs out there. What's cracking, mate?
Well, there was a whole bunch of smoke down the bottom of T1 and a car exiting pits. And then all of a sudden, as I was exiting T1, there was a Hemi pointing the wrong way and I couldn't react quick enough. And car is in pieces, but I'm okay.
Yep.
You're right. Okay, mate. Well,
apologies to Hemi, but yeah, it's just such a handful. It's a massive adjustment. The rotation on this Aston Martin, I've never had to work so hard in my life to get a car to frickin' turn in. So it's been a bit of a mission tonight.
Look, such is the challenge, though, Nick. You know, like all of you guys and girls out there at the moment, LMU season 1, well, season 9, but effectively season 1 for LMU for you boys and girls out there, and it's going to come with its challenges, right? And up to that point, the battles are fantastic, yourself included. You're in multiple of them in there, obviously opting for a slightly earlier stop, and at that point, Firthy, I think the back end was probably going to look better than the first part.
Yeah, well, I was a bit battered and bruised after the first 2 to 3 minutes, to be honest. A lot of bumping and stuff going on, so in the field. So I think I spent the first 20 minutes of that race before deciding to pit with my steering wheel pointed at about 1 to 2 o'clock. So just trying to go straight down the. I was still getting good times, but just some damage readings on my front right-hand tyre, just showing that there was extensive damage on the front. So definitely a lot of hard work and disappointing to DNF, and apologies to Hemi as well. I wish I could have done better to avoid him there, but I'll go back and watch that and see what happened. I did see smoke, and I just didn't expect to come out from behind the car exiting the pits. It was like kind of right on the apex, and I went a bit wider rather than going in, taking that shallow line. And then all of a sudden I saw Hemi, and I had the, those YouTube videos where you watch where it's like, which way would you go, left or right? And they pause it.
Into the smoke.
And you choose left or right. And I chose left, and that was wrong. So, there you go.
Hey, just while I've got you here, to Firthy, just saw McConnell come in 0.8 on the virtual energy.
Gunther Owen as well.
And then Gunther Owen. Now, for somebody like Matty Clark and Burley out there at the moment, Matthew Clark, 3/4 way through the laps, got 1.2 left the virtual energy. Burley's got around 1.8, so he's probably a little bit safer, even though he's led the better part of this race. Would they be at all concerned on the last lap, only having somewhere in the ones? Obviously, Matthew Clark now, I'll give you a read, as they come out of turn 14 heading towards 15, he's now got 0.4. Now, I understand you have to have some energy when you come up on the jacks.
I believe that's right, but with my extensive energy of virtual energy being that it's virtual and it's also energy.
Oh, he's zero.
That's about all I know. So
okay.
I rely on these boys too and girls to give me a little bit of advice when it comes to the setup.
Sorry to interrupt, boys. Bewley and Clark back to back into the pit lane here. They've covered each other off here immediately. Watch this space.
Thanks, Nick. Cheers for the chat. Hard luck, buddy. You'll be back again next week. Go better next week, mate. I'm sure you'll be fine. You'll bounce back. They'll repair the car. You'll be all good.
I'll be right, mate. I'll go grab a bowl of ice cream and watch the rest of the race. Thanks.
Lovely.
Thanks, Nick Firth. Bewley, literally, they popped that car onto the jacks and straight off it immediately.
Yeah, well, I can tell you that I think that there is a 100-second penalty coming Matthew Clark's way by way of running out of virtual energy. So I hadn't been as sharp with it this time around as I had last. I saw McConnell come in with like 0.8.
Yep.
He would have got down to about 0.4 before they put it on the jacks.
Okay, well, that changes the game.
Does.
A lot.
It does.
It's still, as you see on the tower, it's still Bewley v Clark, 1 and 2 provisionally. Like Damon said, literally 7 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen, but the VE is coming into play, and it is a learning curve. It's a learning curve for us in the comms box, just trying to get our head around it, but it is a learning curve for the boys out on track as usual. Craig McConnell, provisional 3rd, Gunther Rowe 4th, Shane Fronado 5th, Matty recovering back to 6th position, awesome work, Steve Crossan in 7th, Chris Coach, Isaac Ichikawa and Joseph Barney rounding at the top 10. Jamin, I think there's still a couple of pit stops yet for these. There's a couple of guys that haven't pitted.
Oh, there's guys that have. We saw Merlin in early for a very, very damaged Mustang, and I'm looking at him now, 6.25 minutes to go, and he's only got 3.9 virtual energy remaining. So I think the pain could get bigger there. Lots of fuel on board, 58 litres of fuel, so no problem there. But just starting to get an idea now. Shane Foddo, 28 units of energy versus Gunther Rowe has got 16. So there's a big difference considering that those guys stopped on a very similar lap. So that's one. So yes, certainly Gunther Rowe's been using plenty of it. Okay, so last lap 46.8 for Shane, 47.2 for Gunther Rowe. So that's not done. That battle's not done. There's about 3 seconds separating those guys. For me, the interesting one is Craig McConnell. You mentioned it earlier. So McConnell, by way of a good pit stop, and now got
Matthew Clark.
Got Matthew Clark in the crosshairs. So
and
for me, McConnell's had a great race.
Yeah, McConnell, look, sat back in clean air there in third position. A little bit of a gap between first and second and fourth and fifth. Really was able to really manage his race, J-Man. And now with Matthew Clark, having battled pretty well for 50-odd minutes, is looking like getting a penalty for VE infringement.
He's going to go, at this point here, he's going to go second. Back as P11.
Yeah, so it looks like McConnell going to run up into second position, mate. Stellar effort from Craig McConnell. And just keeping it clean, just keeping it focused, even right there. And you can see Clark into the pits immediately, J-Man.
Oh, who's that?
Clark? Yeah, Clark's in.
Okay.
He needs to address it. He just ain't going to cut it, I don't think, bro. You know,
he's had to back up in the pit lane, so... So why was he in the pit lane? Was there a stop go? What was the story there?
Is it a top on the VE?
No, not really.
Or did he already get the penalty?
No, because it's 100 seconds post-race, I believe, so I'm not sure what happened there.
I couldn't, I can't see the penalty on our boards here. I just see, all I can see is that we got 3 DNFs. It's Goddard, Firth and Hemi Bateman. Tough work for those boys tonight, but the race continues on. The race continues on with Nathan Bewley in the lead. Craig McConnell now in second position, J-Man, as we were just calling, and Gunther Rowe in third in the number 46 BMW. Now another driver that has pretty well just stayed out of trouble. Look, just really hasn't got a lot of airtime camera-wise on the stream, but just stayed out of trouble and finds himself on the podium there. Also, Shane Foddo, who has got
under attack now from Matty, though.
Recovering Matty. So, watch that space. In behind, Matthew Clark, 6th position. We were just talking about the VE on Matty Clark's car and possible penalties. Chris Crone in 7th position. Isaac Ichikawa in 8th. Steve Crossland in 9th. And Joseph Marnie in 10th. J-Man in the one and only 4th.
You could drive from Marnie.
Oh, stellar sounding car.
Merlin back into the pit lane.
Ouch.
Out of VE.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, so definitely a learning go for a lot of the boys here. We saw it in round 1, J-Man. We're seeing it here. We're probably a little bit less here tonight.
So we focused a little bit on it last week, and it was sort of downplayed by the drivers. They were like, no, it's quite fine, it's quite fine. And look, what a different 7 days makes, because there's some big guns that have certainly been tripped up by it.
Who was saying no, it's not a problem? Is that the guys that got through with it unscathed? But yes, look, it is very much a learning curve for these guys. As we start to wind down, J-Man, a little over a minute to go. Cameras on. I think that is that was Nathan Bewley doing a stellar job in the Mustang. We will get a little bit of a camera shot of Craig McConnell as well. Another Mustang. And Gunther Rowe in the M4, ladies and gentlemen. Gunther.
Maddie's going to have one last run at this. She's caught the back of Shane, so she's got one.
Yeah.
Going to have one lap to try and mount some sort of attack.
Here we go. Oh, and that is close. That is close. Yes. Oh, you can see that here, the tyre squeal, the onboard tyre squeal there from Shane front of those cars. We look over the rear quarter of the Aston Martin.
Yep.
The big hips of the Aston.
They got a good run.
Matty using all the road. Looking for that run. Fonado, no slouch. Formidable competitor, Mr. Fonado. Keeping it real.
He's on him.
Oh, look, it looked like he almost held her back, held her up a little bit mid-corner there with the brakes. Just forcing that.
Goes to the outside, looks for a switchback now.
Because
parked the car right in the middle of the corner.
This is the last lap, ladies and gentlemen. This is where the battle is. Bewley out in front. Craig McConnell second, Gunther Rowe in third, but this is not over yet for Shane Fonado and Matty T.
Coming up to Shane's weak point here, turns 10-11.
Where's that weak point? Where is it? Oh, there it is.
Covered. He went shallow. He did a good job there. They dropped down now 312 up to 13. Tightens up here. It's really only
tricky stuff. Tricky stuff.
Only here, and then maybe she looks strong in 14 last lap round. Coming down here now. Bewley will be crossing the line as we speak. He's already crossed the line. Well done, Nathan Bewley.
Yes, he has. As is McConnell running across the start finish line as well. Got the row rounding at the final corner down to that epic corner, J-Man. Amazing track here. Shane Fonado, and look at it, right to the end. Shane Fonado, Matty T, bam, across the line in close succession. Whoa, headlights are flashing from Madison Matilda, I'm not sure what her name is. Matty.
Yep.
Matthew Clark. In the Aston Martin, across the line after a cracking race.
Yeah.
Pretty well tailing Bewley all the way. Chris Coates across for 7th position. We just pick up on Isaac Ichikawa, who we saw looking pretty bloody handy for the first, probably third of the race there. As he comes around the final corner to round out the 8th position, Steve Crossland not too far behind J-Man in 9th position. A little bit of a flash of the headlights from Ichikawa there, and Crossland across the line, and Marnie rounding the final corner in the one and only Porsche, and doesn't it sound glorious, ladies and gentlemen?
Absolutely. All right, so we'll just go straight to Nathan Bewley tonight, straight to the top, up to the winners, the top step. Nathan, you got us on comms?
Hey boys, how's it?
Mate, I tell you what, it's been a lot more relaxing up here than probably what you had to do. It's probably a good 50-odd minutes of pressure from what was Matthew Clark, but mate, fantastic race there. Just give us a quick insight to how you managed the pressure, and then that race start as well with obviously Maddie with the unforced error and gave you some fresh air. How was that?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, this race start was interesting. I seen Maddie at the sausage curve. Maddie Clark was on the outside, and I was just like, oh God, where am I going to go? Decided I'll just go through the middle and pray, and yeah. And then during the race, I think Matthew Clark, he definitely seemed to do it faster than me. I felt like I had to drive a bit defensive, but yeah, in the end, I think we had a little bit of contact, and then in the pit stop, I think he said that he forgot to turn the do not repair damage off, so that's why he was stuck in the pits for a bit longer than me. Otherwise, yeah, I think the battle would have just continued after the pit stop all the way to the end.
Yeah, look, he may have succumbed to a bit of a VE issue as well. I did watch you guys coming in, and you both ran it pretty tight towards the back end of the virtual energy. However, I did see Matty Clark go 0-0 as he crossed the pit entry line, and I believe you have to have energy right the way to the jack. So potentially 100 seconds of impending penalty heading his way. Nonetheless, it didn't hold back what was the battle. So I didn't quite get to see over your hands on the steering wheel to see what sort of energy you had coming into that pit stop, but I could imagine, Nathan, that it was relatively tight. Talk to us about that and about what the mindset was around that tonight. Were you monitoring that? Was there an idea of rolling off anywhere with all that pressure to try and save some energy?
Not really. I think I had about like 1% left, and I felt like with the race pace, since it's just a little bit slower than I was expecting, both the fuel and the VE was a bit safer.
Yep.
So it was turned out. I think we pitted around like lap 30 or something like that, and I think originally I think I was supposed to pit around like lap 28. So yeah, meant that right at the end I had to quickly make some like pit stop adjustments, and I was like, oh, hopefully I get this right.
Yeah, well, look, under pressure, you did all those things bloody well, mate. So congratulations. And looking at the points coming into this one, ironically, Maddie had some seriously good quali pace and you guys took off. But it was interesting to see that coming out of turn 2, 3, lap 1, that it was the championship contenders early on that decided to go out and challenge this one for the race here at round 2, season 9. So you took the top spot. Congratulations, mate. You've put yourself up there 2 weeks in a row, Nathan. So well done, and enjoy that one, mate. It was absolutely fantastic to watch. You did get a bit of TV time yourself and Matty Clark. So well done, Nathan.
Yeah, thanks, boys. Yeah, it'll be an interesting watch tomorrow. That's definitely for sure.
Awesome, mate. No doubt. We'll see you next week. Awesome,
all
buddy.
Good, boys. Yeah, I'll see you guys next week.
Thank you. Well, there you go, Davo. A bit of an insight from Nathan Bewley's perspective.
Yes.
He was certainly on the gas tonight, but fantastic race once again. So thank you very, very much to Rainlight Racing, Crossy 43 and SIMBLACKS, Davo. I will step aside and let you handle the formalities to what was a bloody fantastic night.
That was a great night, J-Man, and thank you again for joining me in the comms booth. Ladies and gentlemen, all of you viewers, thanks for tuning in once again. June 9th, that is next week. We have Monza coming up. We are going to thank quickly, of course, the good people at SIMBLACKS for throwing out some of the really cool stuff to the Rainlight boys here with a major giveaway at the end of the series. So I say throwing out, mate, this stuff is awesome stuff. But it's a mystery. Nobody knows what it's going to be, but it's always awesome stuff if it's coming from SIMBLACKS. And obviously, MATCHFIT Entertainment once again on board with the Rainlight boys. Again, broadcasting to you live here tonight on the YouTubes when they work properly. Thank you for joining us again. See you all next week at Monza, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.